And underway it is. Smash the ball down this left-hand side early doors. Chase will be on. Knocked up well and cleared down. Stays in play as well. So it's needing to just settle into proceedings a little bit. Niamh Heron, of course, was at Sunderland for a number of years. Into the side today. Smarted a touch towards Bathsheba Louis, who tries a little through ball. Loses her balance, but will play it down this right-hand side. Birmingham City showing plenty of endeavour already here. Well defended by Griffiths. Stays with the visitors here. Trying to get a cross in from this right-hand side. Good work. It is a good ball in. It's nodded away well. Not entirely clear yet, though. Back into the arms, though, of Grace Maloney, who mops it up well. Birmingham already, though, making their point about their intent today. Well, Emmy Merrick's came into this, having arrived, in April of last year. Knowing that Birmingham City, a bit of a sleeping giant at this level. Was runners-up in the WSL back in 2011-2012. They've been through the ringer, of course, as a club. Little touch inside here. Smart work from Holloway. There's something, in fact, that Phoebe Cross does not like. That will be a free kick to Birmingham City as they continue their early pressure here. So Harrison Murray will get over this free kick. It was an absolute beauty from range, always swinging last week. Here's one that she absolutely could hit home from here. There is some height in that back line as well. It could be doing some damage going forward. In it comes from the captain toward the back post, and difficult to get under control. Mel Ray will want her side to start getting a bit more of the ball here. It's been all Birmingham City in the opening 3 minutes of the game. Chelsea Cornet just unable to get the ball under control. Forward it comes into this channel. Again, Griffiths will have to try and deal with it. Gives it away, edge of the penalty area. 3 in the centre. Back with Chelsea Cornet. Cross weight. Into the corner kick. And Louise Griffiths has been very, very busy. Obviously at the club for a long time now. 2017, her debut. We'll just be hoping for a clean run this year. Really had some nasty knee injury problems last year. First corner of the game. Stunned in, nodded away. Birmingham City still with it. We'll try the strike from range. It's always swinging. Another thing, though, for Sunderland to consider early doors. Chelsea Cornet's been busy. Has scored big goals for the club at times. And if you're Sunderland and Mel Ray, you just want the ball at your feet for a few minutes, really. Amy Merricks will be very, very happy with the intense early doors from her side. It's a strong challenge. That is likely to be a free kick as well, and is. Phoebe Cross immediately there to have a chat. Izzy Atkinson, the guilty party. Got herself a debut goal last week, of course. Well won on that left-hand side. Ball to chase as well. There is some pace up front, of course, for Sunderland. Dealt with and back to Lucy Thomas. The former Lassers player, Niamh Heron. Holloway. Sarri. Right idea, well defended. Birmingham City throw. Holloway. Challenged well and won by Kitching. Forward the ball's come for the chase again here. It's bounced a little awkwardly as well. Picked up and dealt with, but this is better from Sunderland, certainly. At least giving Birmingham something to think about after an opening dominance from the away side, really. Cook. Strong ball forward, strong clearance. Well, with the goals we saw in both of these teams' opening matches, you'd imagine we're going to see plenty today as well. Sunderland really did, of course, invest in the summer. A lot of players to bet in. Birmingham City could say the same, of course. That's well intercepted. Louis trying to keep hold of possession. Harrison Murray back into the back line. And Heron's given that ball away there. And this could be a chance here for Sunderland. If the ball will drop, it may well do so as well. Chance for Mulray's side to get forward. Couple tracking back here for Birmingham City. That's a smart pass as well to find Atkinson, who goes down. Referee not interested. Birmingham might be able to pick up some momentum on the counter here. Shouts of pressure from Mel Ray in that dugout. Cook, smart pass there. Holloway's done very well down this left-hand side, but is very well marshalled. That'll be a goal kick. And a deserved high five as well, because that was a very good, strong piece of defending. Which means that Grace Maloney can just take a breath and work out what to do here. Bouncing through, and again, some strong defending. This time Birmingham City's way. Which is the same direction the free kick goes. Emily Scar, the guilty party. Heron to Cook. Pass evades a few, and it's a lovely turn. And Bathsheba Louis might be able to charge in here. And again, strong defending. Means that Birmingham City have their attack nullified. She is going to be such a handful for defenders this season, Bathsheba Louis. Coming into this season, more goals and appearances for Haiti. 33 in 26. Absolutely remarkable record. Obviously 1-in-1 from the bench for Birmingham City as well. Brown with the throw. Touch back into the back line, and Shannon Cook will launch it forward. That looks to be an absolutely pinpoint pass to that right-hand side. Dancing away and into the penalty area here now. There's a couple of options for Birmingham City. It's cleared before those options can be found. Such smart pace down that right-hand side from Crossthwaite. It's a clever pass, but again, cut out by Sunderland. Given away. Holloway, the player who picks it up. Another strong challenge from Sunderland. And the pass from the captain, cut out. Reach Scar. Out for another throw. Well, Mel Ray, very, very happy with the business coming into this season. Talking about being the strongest squad she's had. Signed well. Of course, also a club that relies heavily on their pathway, their academy coming into this as well. Like so, Jessica Brown, of course, coming through that. And a chance for Sunderland on this right-hand side to get the ball into danger. Natasha Fenton. Not involved too much in these opening 12 or so minutes. Fenton's ball in behind a fair few. Cleared away by Birmingham. We had to weather the storm in the opening 5 minutes, though. Sunderland beginning to look much more confident. Speaking of confidence, Amy Merrick's, well, has talked about how they know what they need to do to not just get promoted, but perhaps to win the WSL 2 this season. That heartbreak at the end of last year. Still lingering a little bit, I think. Griffiths with the throw. Smart touch from Scar, who tries to loop one into danger. Has done so. Thomas misses out. Sunderland will pick the ball back up here on the right-hand side. Clever back heel. And into the penalty area as well. Sunderland starting to strut a little bit here. Might be a commentator's curse, a bit of a ragged pass after that. And it runs away. Well, I think plenty thought that was a corner, including a couple of Birmingham City and Sunderland players, but goal kick given. Natasha Fenton asking her questions there. Such an excellent set-piece taker, of course. Aaron's touch was initially inviting. In the end, had to get rid of it. Brown's long throw. Murray unable to keep a hold of it. Such a smart player. Obviously into her 30s now. Play that Amy Merricks discusses in detail more often than not, and talking about the standards being set. Here's a chance for Sunderland. Ball to the edge of the penalty area. That run was a strong one, coming together. Phoebe Cross, and to be fair, I think very few Sunderland players interested in a penalty shout there. And now it's Birmingham's time to be a little bit under the cosh. Certainly better from the hosts. Bachiba Louis starts to put the pressure on, out for a throw. McKenna. There's been a contrasting styles with the ball at the keeper's feet. Sunderland happy to get it moved forward quickly and directly. Birmingham, well, doing this and now have a chance again down this right-hand side. Few in the centre, but deflected wide. Corner kick again. It's McKenna pushing at the other end this time. The corner for Birmingham City. Pass low. We'll come back to this right-hand side to be lofted in toward the back post. This is dangerous. It's a very good stop. Back toward goal. It is over the bar. It may have been the head of the defender. It was hard to tell in the melee there, but very, very close for Cook and for Birmingham. It had shades, in fact, of the goal that Rhiannon Roberts scored for Sunderland last week. That looping header. Best chance of the game so far. Forward for Louis to chase. Back towards Maloney it will go. Intercepted well. Good throw. Well, we saw the best chance of the game so far, didn't we? For Shannon Cook. Is it the goalkeeper? Is it the defender? It's the defender. Brilliant work there. Absolutely excellent in the end. Well, I think Rhiannon Roberts, centre-back, put her head in the right place at the right time. Birmingham City so close to taking the lead. Switched out again, right-hand side. Birmingham City have been very smart down this channel. These opening almost 20 minutes. Clever turn down this left. There are a couple of Sunderland players busting a gut to get forward. Defended well in the end. Such an open game. In many ways, what we expected with the way these two played in their opening matches. Little layoff picked up by Sunderland and drilled against the Birmingham City defender. Back with Thomas. Aaron's pass, pinpoint to find Holloway. Smart touch and layoff as well here. And again, Sunderland try the direct ball forward. Aaron able to mop up well. Cook's pass, a good one. Well defended again by Sunderland. And will be put under pressure here, but handles it well. Again, down this right-hand side come the visitors here. Ball into a dangerous position, nodded away. Back with the captain who has the ball toe poked away from them. It's a clever pass again though. Ball right-hand side, 4-5 in the centre for Birmingham. And again, Sunderland have players in the right place. And again, they may try and hit on the counter here, but that is snuffed out quickly. Well, she has had a very, very busy opening 20 minutes of this game, Louise Griffiths. So much of Amy Merrick's side has been pushed that way, down that right-hand side. It will be a free kick. Holloway in space on this left-hand side. Got herself a goal and a couple of assists last week. Sarri's done well. Pass just a little behind the teammate. Sunderland have maybe made a rod for their own back here inside the penalty area. And in the end, Maloney's able to collect the ball. McGill, well, 2 goals and assist last week was absolutely exceptional. McGill here with the ball, edge of the penalty area, tries to strike just wide of goal. She can be deadly. It's a lady who was in the Northern Ireland national side, of course, at 15, which was, and pretty much still is, unheard of. Did really well to get away from the challenge. Hit it well enough, but it was just wide of the Maloney goal. A good chance for Birmingham. Maloney launches the ball forward. Spinning away and picked up. Good experience used there by Roberts. All the way back to Sarri. Ricky Sarri just trying to go into this game. Not being too big of a part of it so far. Was everywhere in Bristol City. And there's now one aside a free kick, challenged by Natasha Fenton. Well, Harrison Murray does have Holloway lurking on that left-hand side touchline. This will likely be launched in. It will not, it will go to Holloway. Left-hand side, low in. Slammed clear. It's Sirian and Roberts. Knew that danger was possible. Barking at teammates to get into the right positions. Always cross in the end snuffed out. Back with Shannon Cook. All the way to Cook. Clever pass down that touchline. 3 in the centre for Birmingham City. He finds Louis. Trying to knock a way through. A shout to handballs, but not given. Lovely piece of skill. And Sunderland emerge with the ball really smartly. And now is the flag staying down? No, it's not. That will be an offside. Daniel Whitworth pretty quick with the flag in the end. Cook with the long ball forward. Can Holloway get it under control? Just about evades it. Talked about how the club has a special place in her heart. Arrived on a 2-year deal, of course, in the summer. I should say signed a 2-year deal in the summer. Having joined from Louisville back in January of last year. Strong header forward. Louis. Sarri. Jockeyed well. Still with Sarri though. Getting towards the byline. Does manage to get the ball toward the Sunderland goal. A lot of play before it can do any damage. For those of you intrigued in such stats, won the most duels and had the most dribbles in the Bristol City game, was heavily involved in that match. Maloney just tries to smartly loft one forward. Comes back to Birmingham City though. With a cracking turn and maybe a chance here for Sunderland. 3 forward down that left-hand side. It's the right ball. Drilled back in low. Smash clear second time around. Lovely touch to bring it down. Smart play from Fenton. Bit of an awkward ball, but picked up by Rebecca Holloway. Is the flag going to stay down? It is, but in fact it's not. Either way, Grace Maloney had gobbled that one up anyway. Sure, should be keeping half an eye on how her former side, London City Lionesses, are getting on from their promotion last season. They were, of course, involved in an absolute cracker in WSL on match day 1. Another smart ball down this right-hand side. There's a couple of overlapping runs as well. Back in towards a dangerous area. Maloney not going to get to it. Cleared away left-footed before she can. Cornet. Pass just runs. Sunderland having to stay sharp. But so much is coming down this right-hand side. Louise Griffiths, mentioned several times, is so busy already this afternoon. You know, you've done more in the opening half an hour of this game than she had to pretty much of the 90 minutes last week. Louis does well with McGill. Only Sarri in the centre until Louis arrives. A few more beginning to join, but again Sunderland defending very smartly. It's going to be too much to chase down this right-hand side. And Mel Ray will be, I'm sure, in mixed minds at the moment. And so will Amy Merricks. And we'll see a side again and again putting pressure on this Sunderland back line, but not getting too many shots away. The looping header from Shannon Cook, the fairly long-range effort from Simone McGill. Here is Sarri, just marshalled smartly. It will surely be a Sunderland free kick, it is. An apologetic hand from the Birmingham City captain, Christy Harrison-Murray. And that is not a sight any Sunderland fan would want to see, but to be fair, Emily Scarp perhaps saw initially, but back up to her feet here. Chance for Natasha Fenton to get this into a dangerous area. Forward it comes, so too does the Birmingham City goalkeeper. It drops to McGill. Sunderland getting there, just nod this away to safety. Lucy Thomas certainly made a beeline for that. McKenna. Well punted to this outside, a little bit of a dangerous ball. Fairly dangerous challenge as well, but evaded everyone. But it seems that Sunderland have won themselves a free kick by this halfway line. Getting away from them a little bit there. Jessica Brown made her debut in this side at 16 as well. It really is an indicator of this mix that Mel Ray's going for. Young players coming through their pathway system. A couple of perhaps underrated players in from other WSL and WSL2 clubs. He's spoken at length about the quality of this Sunderland academy. A lot of players who make their way through it. That's a brilliant turn from McGill, uses her body brilliantly. Louis will chase it, defended superbly. Hannah Greenwood getting across to put a foot through it. Sarri. Through the legs. Now the ball into the penalty area, to the 6-yard box. This could be dangerous. Just a little high. Birmingham keep it. Crossway under pressure. Ball through towards Louis. Doesn't quite get it under control there. Slam forward. Picked up now. This could be a chance for Sunderland on the counter. It's an excellent way to just get rid of the danger. Heron did so well to throw that boot in. The side can now come forward. Louis. Ball taken away from her. She does well to chase it back down. Sarri. Back towards Cook. Out towards the captain, who tries the shot. Well, if you saw a goal last week, you know that is potentially an even easier place than where she scored from on match day 1, but not able to test Grace Maloney on that occasion. Always swinging away, always off balance. Front header on this left-hand side. Back out for the throw. Birmingham again down this right-hand side. This could be dangerous. It's a heavy touch, but there are still a few in the centre. Again, though, Sunderland, when it needs to be done, defending superbly. Here's the captain toward goal, and initially, I've got to say, that looked at an angle where it may have been slammed in, but wide of goal in the end. Certainly caught me off guard. See why Christy Harrison-Murray is such an important player in this Birmingham City side. This was that chance that was so well defended. Number 10 getting it back, drilling it into the side netting. It will be a free kick. Chelsea Cornet. Fenton, long ball forward, bounces down. Now this could be interesting, but the flag is up against Emily Scarp. Player of the match against the Blades, of course. Now Birmingham down this right-hand side. Again, well marshalled. She will absolutely deserve her half-time rest, Louise Griffiths. She's been run ragged. She's held her own, absolutely. Been very little rest for her through this first 38 or so minutes. Holloway will move it back towards Thomas. Cut out. I'm not entirely sure they would have known too much about that. Mel Ray, I mean, the side have defended really well when they've had to. Be questioning if that's sustainable, though. Here's Holloway, edge of the penalty area. Again, an important foot in. Good pressure. Into the penalty area come Birmingham. Away again goes the ball. Five minutes of this normal time in the first half. There's not been too many delays, really. Don't see too many minutes added. Certainly at this stage, anyway. Cook to the right. Still picked up here by McGill, whose pass is a smart one. McKenna. McGill in support. From themselves the throw. Into the area they come. Side-footed forward. Heron. Sarri. Got Fenton for company. Keeps hold of possession. Good challenge in the end though. From Katie Watson. McKenna. Kone wants it. Smart pass to that right-hand side again for McKenna. Launched in. That should be Maloney's. That is Maloney's. Cook tries to find Holloway and does. Takes it down superbly with that first touch. Look for someone. He tried to find Louis. Cut out before she could. It should be Birmingham City's ball. Riki Sarri with this corner kick. Into a dangerous position. Louis got the head to it, just couldn't get a telling touch, really. Sunderland will try and counter, and they may manage to counter here. Birmingham defend well. Claims that there was a pullback in the process. Could have gone the other way. Sarri cuts inside. There will be a minute added to this first half. 1 minute added time. Launch forward. Nodded down by Cook. Finds a teammate. Harrison Murray under a bit of pressure, but deals with it calmly. McKenna will chase it. Smart touch there as well from Crossthwaite. Still going here, outside of the boot ball, just about avoids the teammate at the back post. Holloway just couldn't get to it. A little awkward for the body. Such a smart ball in though, on the outside of the boot here from Lily Crossthwaite. And now Sunderland make their move down this right-hand side. Into the penalty area. This is dangerous. It's dealt with first time. And the captain will get rid of it second. Well, what a way that could have been to send Mel Ray's side into the half-time chat. Confirmed there, the minute added. Sarri. Harrison Murray. Shannon Cook with some strides forward here. Sunderland again getting their bodies in. Good Birmingham hit late here in this first half. Well, not with that cross, and that will be that from the first half. It's a first half in which Sunderland didn't have any real meaningful chances. One cleared off the line as Birmingham City tried to loop a header towards goal through Shannon Cook. Simone McGill drove it wide as well. Becky McKenna been very, very busy down that right-hand side for Birmingham City as well. Amy Merricks will be, I think on the whole, very happy with the way that her side have applied themselves in this first 45 minutes. Mel Ray will be delighted with the defending, but wanting to find a way for their side to create just a little bit more in the second 45. Stadium of Lights at half-time. It's Sunderland 0, Birmingham City 0. And we are back underway at the Stadium of Light. No half-time changes from either side. Boy's throw gets it away from Katie Watson. Has to drive down that left-hand side. Alison Murray to Cook, whose header was so heroically cleared off the line in the first half. Brilliantly picked up there by Crossway. Strong challenge as well from McKenna towards McGill. Attempted cross, well blocked. And Greenwood did well there. Ball in low, it could be a decent half chance, which again just isn't connected with convincingly. Sunderland will chase McKenna down. Chase Thomas down as well towards Fioriki Sari. Sari picks it back up. Louis. Big charge from Louis here. Ball in low's a decent one. It had to slide to try and get the connection to it. This is still dangerous for Birmingham City. It is just wide of goal. It may have taken a deflection on the way through. Badger Louis absolutely flew down that left-hand side. Had to do quite a bit here to get away from Jess Brown. Absolutely drove on. And it was towards Cornet, who slid into it first time. And Sari second wins the corner. Alison Murray to take it. Stuns it in toward goal. It's flicked on. Back with Cook. Strong touch and away for a goal kick. Birmingham City starting the second half the way they conducted themselves through much of the first. against his left-hand side. So they're just trying to scramble their way to clearing it. There may have been a knock on the way through there. Ball comes in all the same. He may have an injury on that far side. McKenna, crossway. A touch towards McGill. Tries to get away from her marker. Oh, lovely play. Fenton. That deflection may well have done Sunderland a bit of a favour, actually. Herring across to pick the ball up. And then, perhaps accidentally, brought down. Either way, an undoubted free kick there against Kitching. Ray described her as nothing short of a revelation. Of course, unbelievable finish last week. Holloway to Louis. Winning the channels a bit more in this second half so far. Still with Louis, trying to dance her way through. Ball ends up on the roof of the net. Flying in everywhere there, and Sarri can bring it forward. Sarri tries to strike. Well blocked, and now what can Sunderland do on the counter? It's a brilliant ball, stunned down that right-hand side, but just evades and rolls away. And Birmingham, who did have half a chance themselves to break back, see the ball trickle out of play. Along his right channel. There's only one Sunderland player in the centre, albeit may well be able to collect it here. Done superbly too. Watson. To dance her way through, club it away before she can do any more damage. Around the club for 2 decades now, Mel Ray. It's the best squad she's had, this one. And this is going to be one of the trickier teams to play for any side this season, Birmingham City. Of course, like a number of teams in the women's game over the last few years, have had a few dark days as a football club. Amy Merrick's has been with them in this slightly more positive period. What's Natasha Fenton going to do here? Is Atkinson in support? Fenton's ball in, lofted in. It might find a teammate's head. Claims for the corner. And agreed with by the assistant. Chance for Sunderland to try and hit here as Atkinson goes across. There will be a discussion to be had with the referee Phoebe Cross inside the penalty area. Ready to go now. Atkinson with the corner. Left-footed ball in. Cleared away. And slammed toward goal, a long way over, but to be fair, with the way that Louis was chasing, there's a great deal that Jez Brown could do necessarily there, other than try hit and hope. Cook to McKenna. Before it comes down this right channel. Puts it simply enough towards Maloney, who opts not to clear it strongly, but tries something slightly more deft. Crossway with the throw to McGill. McGill's done brilliantly to find McKenna. McGill in support, but back towards Crossway, who will try something from there. Calm finish, of course, last week, the former Durham player. Able to noodle one through there. Well blocked, and in fact possession well won. Atkinson tried the pass. On back to Heron. Apologetic hand from Crossway there. Crossway back to Cook. Sunderland are trying to chase where they can, are trying to press in that back line where they can. Louis lays it off to this left-hand side. Birmingham have got options here, 3 inside the penalty area, 1 lurking. Into a dangerous area it comes. Fades McGill, will continue to run. For a Sunderland throw. Cook. At the halfway line. Forward. Inside the penalty area once more. Now a chance, a real chance for Birmingham, but in the end, a fairly tame effort. I think we're going to see our first change of the game. We are going to see our first change of the game. And Bathsheba Louis looks to be the player coming off. She will terrorise some defences this season, no question. She'll be replaced by the Seattle Reign loanee, Ji So-yun. One of a number of South Koreans, of course, at Birmingham City. Game for her today. A lot of experience at some high levels as well. 34 years of age now. Crossway turns. Hunted all the way, still with Lily Crossway though. Tries to get it left-hand side. Sunderland too strong for her. Nice passing. Fenton's done really well. There's still, I think, an issue down that right-hand side for Sunderland. They may have to deal with that very shortly. A recurrence of, I think, a few problems earlier on. Greenwood's pass a little awkward. Sunderland have lost the ball. Win it back well, though. First touch for the Birmingham City substitute. And a lovely layoff from McGill. Corner on the outside of the boot. Maloney quick to it. Brown drills it forward, and now it may well have found its way through. Big chance here for the hosts. Birmingham have to deal with it and don't! And Sunderland hit them hard. How it got through, well, we'll see in a second. But when she gets the ball on her feet like that, it is always going to be very, very tough to stop Emily Scarr. Brown's ball drilled along the turf. Difficult to see how it made its way through. Scarr on target again. A goal and assist last week, a goal today. Just drilled through, away from Heron. And Scarr kept going, and then just placed it high into the back of the Birmingham City goal. Well, an immediate change made as well. Kira Barry will come on. So Kira Barry, an immediate change after the goal. And I think one of two changes, because Mary Corbin's going to come on too. Kira Barry, of course, the Manchester United loanee. Still only 20 years of age. Made a debut for Manchester United a couple of years ago. Izzy Atkinson and Katie Watson both taken off. And despite Birmingham's attacking dominance of this game, they found themselves a goal to the 0 down. Here's Cornet, though, trying to immediately change that. Fenton in the way. Ball through was, again, almost very good. Fenton did well to chase it down a second time. Well, that has really changed things. May well have been that Izzy Atkinson had taken a knock. We'd seen her looking a little uncomfy at times. Mary Corbin will just be part of perhaps a little bit of a defensive shake-up there. Picked up by Birmingham. Smart little back heel. Launch forward. And dealt with by Sunderland. Maloney able to launch it clear. McGill. Smart ball to his left-hand side. Not too many in the centre. Crossway, the main one. Birmingham still coming here, though. And Birmingham equalise almost immediately. They did not lie down. They get straight back into the game. And Vioriki Sari has brought her side level only a minute or two after them going down. McGill did well here. Found Sari, who just bought herself so much space. And that is a smart finish as well. Some very, very frustrated Sunderland defenders. A lovely finish from the midfielder. And we are almost immediately back level. Yun fouled. Such a brilliant charge from Emily Scarp. When she gets going, there'll be very, very few defenders in this league with that kind of direct pace. And such a smart, composed finish as well from her. A lead that lasted only about 3 minutes. Now the game's opening up. Sunderland coming down this right-hand side. Ball through. Almost a good one. Herons marshalled it well. And has won aside a free kick. Katie Kitching, the guilty party. Not too much of the game so far, Kitching. He's Crossway. Onto this right-hand side and a smart touch over the top. Flag will go up. Well, an absolutely excellent finish from Beatrice Sari. Well into double figures for the national side as well. Most recently scoring, in fact, against the Republic of Ireland, who do have some representatives in this tie. McKenna. Scar's able to pick up the ball that dropped right to her. Left-footed ball in low. I think there was a shout from Lucy Thomas, but Birmingham taking absolutely no risks there. Leave Heron across to smash the ball away. Sunderland corner. Fenton will take it. In from Fenton toward goal. Thomas has to punch it. It's still not clear here. And now it may well be, thanks to a very smart touch from Ji Sun Yun, who now picks it up, and Birmingham City have a big chance. Crosswaite unmarked here. Crosswaite's in. What can Lily Crosswaite do here? Good stop from Maloney. Out for a corner. Well, that all came really on a very quick counter. Thomas punched it well, and then suddenly, thanks to that smart header, Birmingham City were away. Ji Sun Yun with a smart touch, and Crosswaite now forcing the save from Maloney. Very clever touch from the captain. Towards the back post, this is dangerous, and it is high. Well, just while we're getting some treatment here to a Birmingham City player, might be worth looking at that Maloney save again. The counter was absolutely excellent. Started the move, Ji Sun Yun. And then Crosswaite, well, forcing that out of Maloney. And there's going to have to be potentially some treatment here. We'll see. Neve Heron, slightly awkward. Such a combative player at times, Neve Heron. We are going to see some more changes, in fact. So the goal scorer, Beatrice Sari, will come off. Ushan Hertre will come on. We'll also see Lucy Newell make her way onto the field. Another Manchester United loanee, but this time in the blue rather than the red and white. That's Heron's game over. Nominated as a Championship rising star this one last season. She was applying a trade over at Blackburn Rovers, who, of course, are not represented in the WSL 2 this season. Awkward ball for Maloney. Very awkward ball. She can get on top of it second time. Giving the ball away. And now a very dangerous chance, and it's going to trickle wide. But Sunderland need to regain their focus here. Lily Crosswaite again. Very, very close. Just brilliantly won. And then Crosswaite just tried to slide it by the oncoming Maloney. The team have had chances, and despite being on top through swathes of the game, showed very, very good, terrible phrase, but bounce back ability in going back into the game so quickly after conceding to that Emily Scarr goal. Newell's first touch. And now comes Sunderland. Two pouring forward, it's just a little long. The Manchester United loanee. If Sunderland can get Kira Barry firing, it's going to be a very smart piece of business. Cook. Crosswaite. The battle developing here. And it's a battle that Phoebe Cross has pulled up Louise Griffiths for. "19 minutes and change in this game to go. Sunderland will need to keep an eye on Lily Crosswaite. On the right-hand side, it was an option that Christy Harrison-Murray took, of course, with Rebecca Holloway in the first half. But this angling maybe just popped in. In it comes. Into the penalty area, not initially cleared. Back toward the South Korean loanee, and not a convincing strike from Ji So-young. Well, she almost contributed brilliantly a few minutes ago. Building and then almost assisting on that Sunderland corner to give Lily Crosswaite a chance. 753 inside the Stadium of Light this afternoon. Sunderland, of course, playing more than a handful of their games here this season, along with their haunts over at Eppleton as well. Here's Harrison-Murray. All well won by Griffiths. Out for a throw. Strong challenge applied, and it was a strong challenge applied. And Phoebe Cross, well, we'll go straight across to talk to Jamie Finn, who picks up a yellow card. First of the game She is a very good ball winner, but on that occasion, wasn't particularly close. Alison Murray in. Out of the way. Holloway picks it back up. Lofted back into a dangerous area. Flicked toward the Maloney goal. Cook will continue to chase it. Done well to keep it in. Ball that made it awkward for Crosswaite, and it's a fairly won challenge from Kira Barry. Confirmation of that yellow card there for Jamie Finn. Sunderland keep chasing. That's another very strong challenge. Well, that is a very, very big hit there. Phoebe Cross is going to go across and, well, off a second yellow card in as many minutes, really. Mary Corbin, fairly hard potentially to argue with that. He's more of an attacker in a time at the lower leagues with Redcar-Town. Ball trying to find Ji So-yun. Find Sunderland instead. Shannon Cook's pass is a good one. That was almost a good one. As mentioned, this is absolutely going to be one of the toughest teams to play this season. Norway's side, obviously third back in 2024. Seventh last season. Defended on the whole very, very well, albeit much of it being done in last-ditch fashion. And they hit when they could. I'm surprised to see Natasha Fenton come across to take the free kick here. Fenton's ball in, taken down well. It's all a bit scrappy, it's looped toward goal. And into the arms of Lucy Thomas. And well, Katie Kitching maybe didn't get a real hold of that in the same way as she did with that brilliant goal last week. Let's wait down. Wins the free kick. She has had a lot to do today. She has done it all very, very well, Louise Griffiths. First half in particular. Newell to Shannon Cook. Cornet tries to bring it down and then hit it on the bounce. Away by Sunderland. McKenna again up against Griffiths, who again does very well. Push there from Barry. Well, Phoebe Cross didn't have too much to do in the first half, really. Until the last 10 or so minutes, there's not been too many challenges she's had to consider giving the card for. Mary Corbin and Jamie Finn have both received it for Sunderland. That run from Holloway. Brown trying to deal with it. Holloway's done well to get a hold of it. She's so young. Harrison Murray. Now to McKenna. Nicky McKenna finds Crossway. Tried the pass to the edge of the penalty area. Barry loses out. Clipped high back into the Sunderland penalty area. Big chance here for Birmingham City once more. A lot of bodies in the way. And the Lasses bring it clear. Drift away. But again, Sunderland have proven through much of this game, really, the focus, the discipline, the concentration when having to defend deep in their own penalty area. Crossway charged down by Scarp. It's back to help out defensively. Throw in taken quickly. Back to McKenna. Labelled by the manager as one of the best right backs in Northern Ireland. He's had a good game. Harrison Murray's corner. Bouncing around. It'll come back to her. Plays the ball in, but into the hands of Maloney. Good physicality in that Birmingham back line. Holloway did well. Ball around the back. Maloney thought about chasing. Crossway will get there first. This is dangerous. It is blocked. And it was a decision that Grace Maloney had to make, really. Crossway. Back here to Harrison Murray. Nodded away. First Sunderland player there. Swept in. Maloney punches it. Huerta will try and get there again, but Sunderland doing well to push it here, and can Kira Barry get in? It's going to be, oh, just wide of goal. Unbelievable chance. The gumption to take that first time, exactly what the United loanee had to do. And it seemed to take an age to go wide. She can't believe it. The chase, the push on from, I think, Kitching. And then that, well, inches wide. What an opportunity for Sunderland. That could have been a big moment for player and for club. And we'll take a couple of drinks on here. Well, Grace Maloney just needing a little bit of treatment here. That's the reason everyone's going to cross to get themselves a drink. They've landed awkwardly. They've taken the bash, not quite sure. We'll see if she can continue for these final few minutes. Demi Lambourne, of course, is on the bench. 29-year-old who could come on to replace her. Maloney for now looks fighting fit for these last 5 or so minutes. Brilliant ball down that left-hand side, and a chance here for Sunderland to try and hit late. Barry's making a move in the middle, a few trying to get forward to support her. Still going here, Sunderland, Barry just stretching for it, misses. And then brilliantly marshalled by Sunderland. And in these last few minutes, Birmingham City are getting some scares. Flick on. That will have been the offside flag. Amy Merricks perhaps will want a slightly more ruthless approach from her players. More akin to what we saw in match day 1. They've been so smart with the ball at their feet, though. Crosswaite's grown into the game. Here's Cornet. McKenna. Good ball in, dangerous ball in. Birmingham will keep going here. An attempt from Huerta doesn't work. And then slammed forward from Barry. That is a brilliant ball. Not too many forward at the moment here for Sunderland. What can they do with it, nevertheless? More and more players charging in. Barry's going to try and get there, but ends up hooking it over her head and over the bar. She started the move, flew all the way forward, and almost finished it. And these are encouraging signs for Sunderland fans. It's Manchester United low need. Look at that ball down the right-hand side to find Corbin. Corbin then did really well up against Holloway. Popped up. I mean, that's very, very difficult. McKenna. Ji So-yun. Ball stunned across. Lofted in here for Birmingham now. We're going to get a late sting in the tail from either of these sides. Crossway. McKenna gets away from a player into a dangerous area here with the captain. Just runs into too many bodies. Huerta. We get forward here. Wins the corner kick. Represented France across under 16, 19, 20 and 23 level. As part of that PSG youth team. Spells in France on loan with Dijon, with Bordeaux. Now at Birmingham City, takes the corner towards Cook. It's well marshalled. Ji So-yun. Crossway does the right thing in moving it across towards Harrison Murray. Gets it back toward the winger. And Fenton uses the body well, and now Barry can chase it. It's been causing a lot of problems since coming on as a sub. Here's Griffiths. Launches it up. Ji-So-Yun tries to get a hold of it with the head. Griffiths again. Scar charging down the left-hand side. Tries the left-footed ball. Finds the left-footed ball. He's not clear yet. Thomas tries to come for it. And it's going to be a free kick, not a penalty. And Kira Barry, well, might need a bit of help here. It looked initially like Scar's ball in was not going to be a great deal of danger, but suddenly out of nowhere it was. And Barry took a knock from Thomas. He was coming for the ball. There is some concern here for Kira Barry. We were expecting around about 5 minutes of added time. This, of course, will add further to that. And here is your player of the match, Louise Griffiths. Well, she may not have assisted, she may not have scored, but with the amount of pressure she was placed under, particularly in that first half, from the likes of McKenna and Crotswaite, she has defended admirably throughout. She would, I'm rather sure, more interested in taking home the 3 points, but all the same, she has played very, very well today. Kira Barry just needing a fair bit of support here. There's no doubt that Thomas came for the ball in a fair manner to just try and get rid of the danger. But we've seen what Kira Barry is going to be able to offer this season. A big chance from range. Inches wide. She offers something else in this Sunderland attack. Well, we'll be hoping that she's going to be okay here. Nice touch from Lucy Thomas as well, just to check on the striker. Who is moving an awful lot better now. Manchester United have been keen to get her out on loan, get her some experience. As they have done with a number of their players. She's here until December on loan, Kira Barry. Manchester United triggered that contract extension in the summer and then got her out on loan until the turn of the year. Birmingham City down this left-hand side. Ball in towards the penalty spot, nodded up. Crossway. To Cook. Ji-So-Yun finds a brilliant ball to McKenna here, who may have found a brilliant gap off the crossbar. So close for Birmingham City, still not clear. Harrison Murray has it toe poked off her boot. Crossway again, stuns one in, nodded away. Puerte. No, that's not going to cause a problem. How close to winning it late there were Birmingham City. Well, McKenna did really well and then driven toward goal off the crossbar from the captain. Fenton then having to try and scramble it away. Both sides have gone very close to winning the game. Chase on from Kira Barry. Thomas deals with it in a composed manner. Ji-So-Yun. Puerte on his left-hand side, drills it low. Someone needs to get rid. You can see the experience of the South Korean since she's come on. Calm, composed presence. Corbin loses the ball there. and then gets nutmegged in the process. Harrison Murray drills it toward, dropped right onto the leg of a Sunderland player, cleared away. Birmingham having one big last charge at this. Into the penalty area, and Maloney claims it. Forward it comes. Both sides have had chances to win this game. Scar will chase the Sunderland goal scorer. Crotsway up against Griffiths, who yet again marshals it superbly. Doesn't get it too far forward though. Ji So-yun. Ball in, blocked again. Side-footed. We're well into added time now. Huete tries the shot. And Oceana Huertre didn't quite connect with it. Maloney launches it toward Barry, chases down Cook, and now a late chance here. Kira Barry is pulled back. Undoubtedly a free kick to Sunderland. But it's not going to matter because it's an offside flag instead. Well, fascinating. She's moving better anyway after that challenge. Harrison Murray tries that ball through. Back to the captain. Smart ball of the roll of the ball out to his left-hand side. Nodded away again. Slammed clear. Finds Corbin, who tries to swing a boot at it, out for a throw. Throw down this right-hand side touchline. How much longer to go here at the Stadium of Light? Long way forward, and Maloney will let it drift. Grace Maloney taking her time. Launches it forward. And that is the full-time whistle. A game that Birmingham really had the better of. A game where Sunderland defended excellently throughout. It was a tale really of only 3 minutes that has decided the draw. Jessica Brown's sensational ball through saw Emily Scar charge in and smash the ball home. 3 minutes later, Beatrice Sari took it upon herself to cut back inside the Sunderland penalty area and curl it home. Her pace proving deadly for that first for Sunderland. Sari with a really good finish. After that, there were big chances. Christy Harrison Murray hit the crossbar. Kira Barry gambled and knocked it wide. A brilliant performance today from Louise Griffiths, who was put under so much pressure and stood up to most of it very, very well. Both sides made good changes. They showed the depth available to both Mel Ray and to Amy Merricks. But after opening day wins, they have to share the spoils today. Full time at the Stadium of Light. It's Sunderland 1, Birmingham City 1.